Man United 2, Sheffield United 1. Talk to me, bro. How did we win that game?
I don't know how we won the game.
Yeah?
But I'll take it. I think it's time for us to be positive. At the end of the day, in the Premier League, we have back-to-back victories now.
Yes.
So now we need to focus on the style of play. The style of play will come. But going to Sheffield United, yes, they are bottom of the league, but we won.
Is it a hard place to go? Do we need to give the boys a bit more credit? They're fighting for their lives. Is it like a tough game that goes in today?
I'm not saying that Sheffield is the most difficult game, but if you look at those first 20 minutes, they were on us. They were pressing us. They were quite physical. And away from home is always going to be more difficult than playing at Old Trafford, especially just after an international break. These players have just come from far, and then you're travelling again to go and face Sheffield United. So we won the game. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Again, we have to say we'll take it because, you know, we need to move forward with this team. What players were you impressed with today?
None. But if I have to pick any out of a bad bunch, I'll say Amrabat was okay. It was okay. He wasn't like horrible. Onana, you know, saved everything he should have saved. And Maguire in the second half I thought was good. And Garnacho, actually. I thought Garnacho barely put a foot wrong in the second half. So
The shot.
Yeah,
The
but
shot, he should have finished it. I know it's offside.
Yeah, he should have finished that shot. To be fair, yeah. So that's what I mean. It's hard to pick players out of a team that overall were just quite bad today.
All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of this team and this performance. Talk to me about Rashford, what you've seen from him. You kind of, I don't want to say you've been harsh with Rashford, but you ask questions of Rashford week in, week out. Talk to me about today's performance.
Yeah, I definitely do, because as we know in the past few weeks, you know, this season so far has not been a good start for Rashford. But today I thought he was one of our brighter players, especially in the first half. I thought his decision-making was so much better today. He put in a ball that easily could have been an assist. And I mean, if that works, then people stop talking about him not creating for Højlund. And he had a couple of other moments where, you know, he had the shot that led to Højlund getting a touch and nearly scoring before a great save from the keeper. So I thought it was much better. I think in the second half, he started to fade away. I don't know if that's because he played on the right-hand side, which I think when he goes into the right-hand side, I need to see the same commitment, same desire to drive at players that he showed in the first half.
Yeah.
But as soon as he switched over to that right, he just disappeared. So that was a bit disappointing. But as I said, better than a lot of his performances so far this season.
So we're getting better from Rashford, but now he's talk about the issue that is in the team. And I don't know if you're seeing it as an issue, but Bruno Fernandes, man.
Yeah, I love Bruno. You know, he's the captain of our team. His numbers for the club are pretty good. And he's the player that I look to for passion and desire in that team. However, on the ball today, he was awful. And there's never, you know, when you see players just do like a little hands up to say sorry, or, you know, they're just humbled.
Oh, you had that moment when he got really angry with him today.
Yeah, I got really pissed off because he lost the ball. First of all, he had I think it was a bad pass or a bad shot. And then he got the ball back, took a poor touch, didn't like do the hand up thing, the humble thing, and then started doing up hand signals, trying to blame someone else. So, yeah, today he was really poor. I expect better from him.
You know what, like, I don't know what's going on. Do you still keep him in the side, though?
I personally keep him in the side, not because he particularly deserves to play, but I think, first of all, he's the captain of the club. Our captain should be playing. Secondly, you think, all right, if you take him out, who do you bring in? Are we actually making our midfield better or worse if we take Bruno out? And at this stage, I think if you take Bruno out, you're definitely making the team worse.
But is there like a captain's curse or something? Because it's like you get an armband and then performances just drop.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a curse because he's a captain, because he was captain a lot of the games last season. But I think what we're seeing from Bruno right now is inconsistency in how he manages his emotion and also his decision-making on the ball. I would like to see Bruno become much more mature. We watched the game against Burnley. He had a great goal. He won the goal of the season for September. And then you look at today's performance and you get a completely different side of Bruno. I just want to see Bruno control the game more. When he gets the ball, don't think all the time that he needs to create a super chance. In the first half, we saw him spraying long balls over to Højlund and he wasn't actually finding anyone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just need a bit more maturity from someone who should be one of the more experienced players in our team.
So we talk about that and we talk about building up this midfield three. Have you got an idea how you want to see this thing constructed? Because at the moment, we're still, even today, we haven't got the best midfield yet.
Yeah. I think Bruno and Amrabat have to be in our midfield three. What I saw from Amrabat was enough to convince me today that we can take away Casemiro and still have a decent, well, we weren't great, but a decent enough midfield. Instead of McTominay, I wasn't happy with him playing in the start. I would have Mason Mount there. I'd either have Mason Mount or Hannibal, who have the energy, but also can hold on to the ball. He won't hide away from the ball. McTominay was hiding away from the ball, in my opinion, today.
You know, but it's hard because McTominay, it's like we got a lot of players that can do other things, but they can't do the main thing that we pretty much need. So you got with McTominay, he's like almost like a second striker, supporting striker, but it's not the position that we really need at the club at the moment.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to the manager, because I understand, he scored 2 goals near the end against
Had to reward him.
Brentford, and he felt the need to reward him, but I don't think I would have gone with that decision, because in a game against Sheffield United away, you know that they're going to have a low block. We needed more creative players. And Bruno in that team is the only creative player. And you can't rely on...
But he's not creating though, so it's like...
Yeah, but that even proves my point even more, that you need more than Bruno to create. You need to have another midfielder who can get around, get back and do some defending, but also when he gets on the ball, can number 1, keep the ball, number 2, show for the ball, and number 3, when he gets the ball, create chances. And McTominay obviously doesn't do that. Let's
talk to me about the other wing. Let's talk to me about the right-hand side, which you were focused on today, looking at. What's your thoughts on it? Delo and Anthony.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I haven't seen a game where it's worked really well. It looks like Ten Hag likes the fullbacks to invert, but then the problem is Anthony also likes to invert as well and never goes down the wing. So they need to make their minds up. Is it going to be the case that Anthony inverts and then Delo goes out on the wing when they're playing together? Or is it a case where Anthony can finally learn how to use his right foot, can finally learn how to go down the line, and then Delo inverts? But it doesn't work. Delo did score today, and it was a great goal, but...
Yeah, the 2 players that you're actually criticising today was actually the main guys today. You have McTominay and Delo.
Yeah, it's ironic. To me, our 2 worst players ended up scoring the goals. But yeah, this is what I was saying on the stream as well. This is the argument. Do we want someone who can score the occasional good goal or can get the assist? Or do we want someone like Wan-Bissaka who's defensively more sound? And to me, I would prefer Wan-Bissaka.
All right, so going forward, man, again, we got 2 wins. You're Mr. Positivity. You came in there expecting 4, didn't get 4 though. Can we go on and really start to lay down a marker in our next game, Copenhagen, and the big one against Man City?
I think Copenhagen is where we can definitely get a result, but also I would like to see the style of play now. And I think against City at home, the priority must be to be defensively sound. If he goes to, he won't go to a back 5. I don't see that happening. But if he goes to a formation in which he's playing 2 holding midfielders with a back 4, I like that. We just need to make sure that we do not get destroyed at our home ground.
Yeah, because again, the goal difference is not good. The goal difference is minus 2 at the moment, and it could be crazy against City if we allow them to run all over us.
Yeah, what we do know about that City team is Pep tries to do something different, especially in big games. So hopefully, whatever he tries to do, we're ready for it. It's all in the mentality. They know what the manager's game plan is, and they are professional football players. But what I would like to see against City is them sticking to the plan the whole game through. Not throwing in the towel, not trying to do their own thing and being the superstar, but sticking to the manager's plan.
All right, listen, thanks a lot, bro. Big up yourself.